This week, you talk about Congress. This week, the president told Congress that he has the power to carry out these strikes, in part because of the Congress's 2002 authorization for the use of force in Iraq. But I have a letter here that Susan Rice sent to the Congress back in July of this year, just 2 months ago, in which she writes this: with American combat troops having completed their withdrawal from Iraq on December 18, 2011, the Iraq authorization for the use of military force is no longer used for any U.S. government activities, and the administration fully supports its repeal. How can you go to war based on an authorization that you say is no longer the basis for any U.S. government activities, and this authorization, you wanted it repealed?
Chris, there are two authorizations in question. The first one is the 2001 authorization to use force. That was the one that was voted by Congress in the wake of the 9/11 attacks. And it said this: we can use all necessary means to go after those.
This week you also said the Iraq authorization.
Let me just finish. Two things. You're right, but there are two things. One, 2001 authorization to use force. It said we can go after anyone who was associated with the forces that attacked us on 9/11. Zarqawi, the founder of al-Qaeda in Iraq, was a colleague of Osama bin Laden's before 9/11, very close to him. After 9/11, he formed al-Qaeda in Iraq. They associated themselves with al-Qaeda.
I understand that, sir. I'm asking you about the 2002 Iraq authorization. Is it the basis or is it not the basis?
It is a basis with 2001, but the 2002 authorization was focused on Saddam Hussein. But it also said that if there are terrorist forces in Iraq that the Iraqi government is unable or unwilling to deal with, that gives us authorization to act as well.
It's kind of embarrassing that 2 months ago you wanted to repeal it?
We still would like to repeal it. We think what would be very helpful is if, one, Congress worked to give us a targeted, focused authorization. But while we welcome that, we don't need it. We have the 2001 authorization, and we have a basis in the 2002 authorization.